It is all over for Jack Doherty. Jack had a falling out with his girlfriend that will not only hurt his career, but could make him never have a meaningful relationship again.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up. The cops are outside of my house right now. She just called the cops on me, packed all her shit, took her fucking car. Everything. Insane. Insane, bro. I can't believe I dated that bitch for the past 2 years, bro. It doesn't even seem real.
Now, this is not your average breakup. For Jack Doherty, this could be the end of his empire. Let me explain. Now, for the past 2 years, Jack Doherty's been dating an OF model named McKinley. For what it's worth, their relationship has been very solid in Jack Doherty's life, and arguably his entire support system all in one person. Yes, they're both questionable people at best, but they've made it through a lot together. With the year Jack Doherty's had with getting banned on Kick, where he is career-wise, which we'll get into, this could not have come for a worse time for him. And by the looks of it, it's going to be very, very difficult for Jack to get to where he used to be. But is this really permanent? Here's Jack live streaming a day before we saw that last clip.
I don't know if I should talk about this, but McKinley's out cheating. No, she's not. McKinley's going back to her parents' house in Vegas because we got in an argument. So that's really what's happening. Definitely not cheating, but yeah.
So at this point of the situation, it seemed Jack and McKinley had some sort of falling out, and she's planning on going back to her parents. But the way Jack explains it is it sounds temporary. He's going back and forth with the chat, trying to decipher how long McKinley's going to be gone for. Maybe 4 days, maybe 30 days, but definitely not indefinitely. But what I find interesting is what they argued about in the first place.
What happened with McKinley? What did you fight about? Literally nothing. It was the dumbest argument ever, and it turned into the biggest argument ever. Like, what? It's so stupid. Like, it literally just started because I wanted her to just wake up earlier in the morning because I sleep in so much, and I used to wake up at 8 a.m.
Interesting. So they argued about waking up on time. And what Jack later says is McKinley makes more than him currently. So maybe she just didn't want to hear any type of disrespect from Jack and had really had it at that point. If we go back a few weeks from this moment, you can kind of see things start to fall apart in front of us. Jack and McKinley went to New York to visit a streamer friend. And while they were having dinner, they had a really interesting exchange.
Guys, she has my name tattooed. How fucking dumb. Nah, I'm kidding.
That's how you know I love you, Jack.
Spam W's though, if McKinley should get my last name tattooed, either right next to it or below. What are you thinking?
You have to give me your last name for
I
me
don't
to
have
get
a
your
tattoo.
last name. I have to be McKinley Doherty first.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you meant like tattoo my.
No, I don't give a shit about
Yeah, imagine I tattooed McKinley Richardson and her
Don't
last
do
name
that.
becomes Doherty.
That's so.
Obviously not.
that's
That'd be so
good.
dumb.
But you have to marry me first.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Damn.
Just judging by Jack's response, McKinley's words had a bit of an edge to it, which is why he reacted in that way. At this point, McKinley clearly wanted Jack to marry her. And even 3 months before, they even made a video where they got married, but I guess not officially. Now, I'm not sure what this would do to your psyche as a girl, going on this fake wedding, recording the whole thing and kind of pretending you're married, but not actually being married. That would probably mess you up at least a little bit. So I think McKinley being put in this place of Jack kind of wants her but can't claim her, it obviously hurts her. Now fast forward to where they are now and the argument they had about waking up on time. I'm sure this was a straw that broke McKinley's back. And at this point when Jack is live streaming that morning, you can see him going back and forth trying to stay strong as he's saying this.
When is her plan to come back from Vegas? Right now, never, but I'm sure it'll be a couple days. You know, we love each other, and I don't think a little fight is gonna separate us. You know, it's like we literally just bought a house together. It's like, I don't know.
At this point, Jack is optimistic. You can see his spirits are a little bright. Even though he's going back and forth in his head, he seems hopeful about everything. But this is where things start to take a turn. Now, McKinley hadn't reached out to Jack at all since their argument. And the only time she would re-engage with him is on their front doorstep with the cops.
Guys, like my girlfriend called the cops on me to get all her stuff out. Insane. Like, what the f? I can't believe what's happening right now.
Now, I've made videos on Jack about other situations like him crashing his McLaren and getting banned and all this. But this stands out. This is different. This is Jack's support system leaving him, vanishing overnight in a matter of hours, just gone. And the only thing Jack can do is crash out.
She took everything, bro. She didn't even try to talk to me before. She just called the cops on me and said, I'm gonna go get all her shit, and took everything. Her fucking Maybach, her Birkin. She took everything.
Okay, this sounds bad, but honestly, at least she didn't change the password to her OF. You know, at least she didn't lock him out of anything online. Or did she?
Like, I thought everything was okay. Instead of talking to me, this bitch been plotting the past 24 hours. She changed all of her passwords to all of her social media accounts that I blew the up because she's my girlfriend.
Oh, the fact that she didn't even talk to him, didn't have a phone call, sent a text, and changed all the passwords, showed up with the police, took her stuff. Ugh, I don't know. I mean, that sounds pretty permanent to me. But this is where it gets a little dark, because if you're in Jack's position, it's hard for you to trust anyone. And when the one person that you supposedly trust, that you have their back, does this to you, I mean, this is a villain origin story in the making.
Evil, bro. Evil bitch. She just took 500 grand a month from me. Evil, bro. She's been plotting. She used me the past 2 years to I can't believe it. I'm so mad. This is like the last actual real person I thought I had in my life. 24 hours gone like that. Like I never thought 24 hours ago the one girl I ever loved would be gone like that. Like dead ass just straight up used me. Like that's what it seems like. It's like what the who flips the switch, packs all her shit, calls the cops on you, and changes their passwords to everything.
Wow, it's crazy to think that Jack is actually recording this, is live streaming this. I mean, this is some crazy personal stuff, and he's just putting it on the front page. He does say something interesting in this next clip that I think we can all learn from. I don't know if any of you guys listening to this have been betrayed in the past, but I'm sure it's unlike any other feeling. I remember my junior year of high school, I was hanging out with this guy from Las Vegas, ironically, and in a day, he was, I mean, we always talked, he was like my boy, and then in one day, like just became another person, and it was the craziest thing to see. And honestly, it gets to a point where it's just like funny, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of your only way to deal with it, is it's like, wow, did this, like really? Like, are you serious? So I don't know if anyone else has been there. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but it's a weird feeling. But Jack continues his rant and says some really loaded statements that I want to unpack.
She literally just used me to make 500 grand a month and then changed her passwords and left. Insane. You give a girl the fucking world, you give them everything, they're gonna fucking figure out a way to fuck you over, bro. It's insane. I can't believe my own girlfriend just fucked me over. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's like, what the who is this bitch? And like, how have I not known her the past 2 years? It's like, where was this McKinley the past 2 years? Where was this evil person? I've done more for her than I've done my own mom, and that's how I get treated. I can't believe it, bro.
Jack saying, where was this person over the past 2 years? Like I said, if you've been betrayed in the past like this, you will do almost anything to avoid feeling like that again. And honestly, I'm about to put so many of you on game right now. Like, this is in the middle of a YouTube video. I mean, you lucked out today that I'm even telling you this. I mean, I don't want to be a, but like, listen to what I'm going to say for the next, I don't know, 30 seconds. Every person you meet, every person you know, you give them the dark triad test. Okay. Long story short, it's a test that screens for Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. Basically, if someone is going to screw you over in the future, you'll be able to see it on this test. And then the only person you can blame is yourself. So highly encourage you to have everyone take the dark triad test, all your friends, all your family, future acquaintances, and it will save you so much heartbreak. And honestly, if we had McKinley's scores, I'm sure she'd score fair. I mean, I don't want to say this, fairly high in like Machiavellianism, which is like how sneaky you can be. There's a lot of nuances to the test. Do your own research, but I feel like we could have saw this coming if Jack made her take that test. So at this point, everything seems cut and dry, but there are two sides to every story. Jack's cameraman filmed McKinley and Jack when she pulled up with the police, and there's something really interesting she says kind of offhandedly as she's walking up to her room.
House after I've done everything for you.
You threatened me, Jack.
I didn't threaten you, bro. Bro, how did I threaten you?
I didn't threaten you. So there was a threat. Wow. This story just became a lot more interesting. We're gonna have to speculate because we don't have all the details, but let's look at this from McKinley's perspective. She's been dating Jack for 2 years. And she's been loyal, right? She's been doing her thing, following his advice, and is successful because of it. Now, I'm sure she cares a lot about Jack and has probably dropped hints of like, hey, you should lock me down, like we should get married, da-da-da. And I'm sure to appease her, maybe Jack made that we're getting married video for content, which is like just angling the carrot, like just close enough to her face to where she had it, but she didn't. And I think for her, this did something to her mentally. I'm sure for a woman listening to this, the guy wants to be with you, but he won't claim you. You know what I mean? Like he won't put a label on things, or he won't introduce you to his family, whatever it is. You feel unloved, okay? Now at this point, you're on OF and you're making more than your boyfriend Jack that got you to where you were. He said something about waking up at 8 a.m., trying to get you to do something, you get into an argument, and then all of a sudden, whatever it is, you just can't take it anymore. Maybe you have a moment of realization and you're like, hey, I need to go my own way. And it was somewhere in that argument in the morning where they were talking about waking up on time, where Jack threatened her, okay? Probably something along the lines of like, I brought you into this world, quote unquote influencer world, I can take you out of it. You want to be here without me, don't try anything or else. Some kind of threat. Whatever he said, it was bad enough for Jack as he was ranting to bring it up and say, hey, I probably shouldn't have said that.
And yes, I know I probably said some shit to her that I probably shouldn't have said, but it doesn't justify what she's done to me like today, which is fucking insane. And I don't know if I'll ever get over it. I don't know if we'll ever be back together. I don't want to be with her after this.
We don't know McKinley's past, but if she was in an abusive relationship before where there was SA, okay, maybe some threats, maybe that was enough, the threat that Jack made, to push her over the line to be like, I'm done. But this is where things get sad, okay? This is why Jack might be screwed for life. There's a billionaire hedge fund manager named Ray Dalio. He says secret to life, meaningful work and meaningful relationships. I don't think Jack's work is necessarily meaningful, but it might be to him, so we'll check that off. But meaningful relationships. Listen to this rant that Jack's about to go on and ask yourself, will he ever have a meaningful relationship in his life again?
And I took care of this girl, bro. I took her in. I had Lamborghinis. It's like, obviously she sees all that and it's like, ooh. But I still took this girl in. I fucking loved her. I did everything for her. And I saw, and I was like, I know she loves me for me, not for what I have. And then boom, today she does that and makes me think, what the f was her intention the whole time with dating me? If that's how fast she's gonna crash out and take everything from me. It's like, what the f?
Wow, that is a lot of digging. A lot of internal work that Jack's gonna have to do to get over this. Because this is, I don't wanna say a life-altering event, but that's, in Jack's world, that's what this is. This might be rather nefarious to say, but this is the chef's kiss Jack gives to the end of this rant.
Bro, I'm done with girls, bro. I'm not dating a girl ever again, bro. I'm just gonna f every bitch on the planet until my can't handle it. I don't give a f. I'm gonna get 1,000 bodies this week. I don't give a f. I'm done. I'm crashing out. I've been wanting to f for two years.
If you want to learn more about the terrible run Jack Doherty's been having, check out these videos on your screen right here.